Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. And may Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai's peace be bestowed unto you, hopefully elect. Heavenly brother, Yahweh call from Great Millstone, Orlando. I'm just back here with this clip. This Jake going in, basically painting this picture. Because as I always say, our words will never do justice. But this will be some of our realities, and this is why the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai is going to have to be with us, guiding us, like it says in 2 Ezra 16, when it's all said and done. Because, it's going to get crazy, and, our faith, although it's being tested every day, but, all these events that we go through in our daily lives, being these pop quizzes, as those back in school, you take those pop quizzes throughout the week for the big test, for the big exam, because as we're coming into that hour of temptation, which is the big test and the final exam. Well, with all these pop quizzes that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai through our trials and tribulations, and it's building us up for what we're going to have to endure for situations like this. As I'm going to play this video here, copyright disclaimer, fair use. I'm not making any type of monetary gain off of this clip. This is just for informational purposes. And Jake went in, so immediately I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and touch on this, because I don't know where I'm gonna be, how it's gonna. I don't know what my lot is at the end of the day, and Lord willing, I be a man of the Lord. But the way that Jake breaks it down, because Jake, man, I try to get as intimate when it comes to my meditation and thoughts, and it's just like, damn, what am I going to do in that day? So, the way that Jake breaks it down in this little clip, man, and this is how I picture it. So, without further ado, I'm going to play this clip.
I see already, right? So I want y'all to think about something real quick. All right, see, them some apartments over there, right? So let's say we was getting attacked by all the countries and shit. Everybody over there. Next thing you know, rocket launcher go through that bit. Boom! Everybody got to go get scrapped up, and we got to retreat to the motherfucking woods, right? Y'all see this shit? We got to retreat to the woods. Y'all gotta bring y'all kids. Y'all got to bring y'all elderly grandmama that might be staying with y'all. Y'all gotta bring y'all guns, y'all bags. And if you smart shit, you might just gotta get out of there. You might don't even got the time to get shit up out the crib. And now you out here. It's the type of shit we could encounter first. We gotta come through here first while we getting shot at, because you gotta set up a position. We gotta heal. So you gotta jump behind the hill, because not only is rocket launches going through the motherfucking apartment and shit, people starting to come through the neighborhood, just busting. So you busting back or you retreating back to the woods. And this ain't even nothing. Look at the terrain. You gotta go over rocks, stones, ditches, trenches. This ain't even nothing. This not even like the Amazon River or nothing. This not even the Nile. This not even this ain't nothing. This a ditch. This just the trenches, right? And you gotta just keep going. You gotta keep going that way, firing back. Some people hit. Your partner hit. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta go drag your homeboy over there. You gotta drag him all the way over there. You feel what I'm saying? And do you gonna risk your life doing that? Is you gonna risk your life doing that? This is why I mean America not whole. Now imagine that's just going from there to there. People are already tired now. People are already tired. Right here. You feel me? Come on, man. Think about that shit.
And then again, I think about that all the time, whether it be in a concentration camp, whatever the case may be. Like I said, man, Jake went in. Through the spirit of the Lord, Jake went in. Let me read this real quick in Luke. And you see this whole system, this whole environment, this whole society is based off of conveniency and everyone being comfortable is built off of comfort. So you're talking about going from point A to point B, like the Jake was breaking down, let alone C, D, F, J, K, So just trying to get from point A to point B, trying to get down a somewhat of a steep a steep cliff or whatever the case may be. And mind you, you got all these people, especially for hopeful elect brothers, as we know and understand, Yahweh Shema Shai is gripping us up for times like this. All right, because it's heavy, man. It's real heavy. Seeing people on your left hand, your right hand, dropping like flies, getting deleted, but I'll read this real quick. In Luke chapter 17 and verse 31, in that day he shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house. Let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back, because it'll be like one big adrenaline rush. You're not going to have time. And I think about this like Apostle Kabal always says, being a visionary. Because while people, for the most part, see the writing on the wall, you got people that have plan A through Z, right? They got the bug out bags. Hey, when such and such pops off, hey, we're gonna go to such and such in the woods. Might have a cabin in the woods or whatever. But hey, Yahweh Shema Shai is unpredictable. All right, and you don't know where you're gonna be in that day. You don't know. Hey, you don't. We don't know. You don't know what you're gonna do in that day. You see, so, and like I was saying, because I can picture, I can foresee Jake when it's all said and done. Because a lot of times with these rioters and Jake looting the stores or whatnot, which we know for the most part, man, a lot of that's set up, staged. But you don't even see Jake niggas taking essentials. For the most part, you see Jake niggas taking shit they don't even need. So with that being said, when it's all said and done, I can foresee Jake, man, instead of taking something that they need, man, trying to go back to the crib to get them J's, to get them Jordans, to get them 12s, to get that laptop, the flat screen, 80-inch flat screen. I can see Jake trying to go back, man, and get that PS5, just some bullshit. But these people, man, they're not ready to leave it all behind. You see, that's the thing. They're not ready to leave it all behind. And throughout the scriptures, Yahweh Shema Shai, he emphasizes that sudden destruction. So when it pops off, man, it's just going to come out of nowhere. Because when you read the earlier verses, it goes into people marrying, drinking, right? Business as usual until, all hell broke loose. So people are not ready for that. And this is why Yahweh Shema Shai is keeping us in a mindset, a pilgrim-like mindset. As the scriptures say, getting our house in order. Because we know at any day, any moment, this shit can pop off. That sudden destruction that's emphasized throughout the scriptures. So I want to play this back again. Because like I said, Jake went in. So
I see y'all ready, right? So I want y'all to think about something real quick. All right, see. Them some apartments over there, right? So let's say we was getting attacked by all the countries and shit. Everybody over there. Next thing you know, rocket launcher go through that bit. Boom! Everybody gotta go get scrapped up. And we gotta retreat to the motherfucking woods, right? Y'all see this shit? We gotta retreat to the woods. Y'all gotta bring y'all kids. Y'all gotta bring y'all elderly grandmama that might be staying with y'all. Y'all gotta bring y'all guns, y'all bags. And if you smart shit, you might just gotta get out of there. You might don't even got a time to get shit about the crib. And now you out here. It's the type of shit we could encounter first. We gotta come through here first while we getting shot at. Cause you gotta set up a position. We gotta heal. So you gotta jump behind the hill because not only is rocket launches going through the motherfucking apartment and shit, people starting to come through the neighborhood, just busting. So you busting back or you retreating back to the woods, and this ain't even nothing. Look at the terrain. You gotta go over rocks, stones, ditches, trenches. This ain't even nothing. This not even like the Amazon River or nothing. This not even no. This not even the Nile. This not even the. This ain't nothing. This a ditch. This just the trenches, right? And you gotta just keep going. You gotta keep going that way, firing back. You know, some people hit. Your partner hit. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta go drag your homeboy over there. You gotta drag him all the way over there. You feel what I'm saying? And do you gonna risk your life doing that? Is you gonna risk your life doing that? This is why I mean America not whole. Now imagine that's just going from there to there. People are already tired, now. People are already tired. Right here. You feel me?
You know, and this Jake, man, because I saw a few of his clips through the spirit. He did another clip, you know, just going into, because this is part 2. I believe it was a part 1. So I believe this is a part 2 to that clip. But he was going into how he was in the military, and you know, most of the America's military is out of shape, this and that. They're not ready for anything like that, you know. And likewise, the citizens of Babylon, they're not ready for anything for real. They're not ready for shit to pop off, you know, out of shape. You know, that's why the Spirit has been on the apostles, elders, brothers, man, to really, you know, get on top of our health and things of that nature. Because just trying to get from point A to point B, and I might just be going to get from one block to the next. And people are going to be all out of shape, bent out of shape, out of breath. You know, and again, and mind you, there's going to be death all around. You know, death is going to be the new normal. So bodies going to be getting dropped. And, you know, the script is going to, I'm going to grab this. In Jeremiah 16, I'm going to start at 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by fire and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercy. So this would be the time that Yahweh Shema Shai turns his face. And with that being said, hey, what you want me to do? What you want us to do? All right, if you're outside of the protection of Yahweh Shema Shai, we got nothing for you. You know, and mind you, man, that's why I say it's heavy. You know, it's heavy, and as cold as it sounds, I always say, better these people than me, Lord willing, better these people than me. Because I was I've been meditating on a topic just dealing with the offenses coming. You know, offenses are coming, and a part of those fences being in this thing of ours is seeing some of our loved ones get offed. Yeah, Yahweh Shema Shai is dealing with you, but hey, he's not dealing with a lot of our families. So, you know, that will be a part of some of our testing of our faith. Seeing loved ones getting deleted, and hey, if they're not predestined to receive that mercy, then hey, that will be some of our lots, man. You know, part of our test. You know, Yahweh Shema Shai has it out for a lot of our families. So, you know, we're gonna be seeing some of our family loved ones getting offed, and hey, it's not gonna be no time to bemoan. It's not gonna be no time to mourn. You're just gonna have to go. Like I said, man, it's gonna be one big adrenaline rush. You're not gonna have time to. You're just gonna have to be on the go. We just gonna have to go. So that's how dangerous it's gonna be. You're not gonna have time to you know, catch your breath or anything, man. You're just gonna have to keep going. So that's why, again, man, the Spirit of the Lord is gonna have to be real heavy, man, on his men. And likewise, all those that come up under that banner of a man of Yahweh Shema Shai, which consists of men, women, and children. You know, we get on the, you know, mainly the women and children, pursuant to Isaiah 4:1. But it's gonna be men, women, and children. You know, and we was talking about this Monday. You know, the Monday fellowship camp. You know, hey, the Lord's gonna be, because a part of the Lord building us up is dealing with these spirits, man. Because it's easy to just kick a nigga to the curb, man. But, one thing I tell brothers all the time is, that spiritual discernment. We're going to have that spiritual discernment because, hey, we can't just kick everyone to the curb. The Lord's going to put us in positions to where we're going to have to deal. We're going to have to deal. That's why the Lord is increasing brothers in the spirit. And it starts with the smaller matters, the weightier matters, because the flock, man, the believers, they're coming, they're coming, man. So we're going to be put in situations like this, get from point A to point B. And I might just be getting to the next block, man, safely, running through some woods, trying to get away from some martial law troops or whatever, man, whatever the case may be. But some of us are going to be put in these predicaments. And that's why, again, the Spirit of the Lord is really going to have to be with us. But, rest assured, the elect, man, have nothing to worry about. Yahweh Shemashah already has the provisions set aside for him. He's already got the details worked out for him. And we just have to go through the motion, But, Lord, one of this was edifying. Giving all praise to Yahweh Shemashah. Shalom to you, hopefully, elect.